This video is about the Piano Concerto in A minor by Robert Schumann. I will explain the most important things about the work and the composer. Robert Schumann was a German composer who lived from 1810 to 1856. He wrote many works for piano and orchestra. A piano concerto is a piece of music in which a soloist plays the piano together with an orchestra. Schumann composed his piano concerto in A minor between 1841 and 1845. It is one of his most famous works. Schumann began work on his piano concerto in 1841. At first, he only wrote the first movement, which he called Fantasy for Piano and Orchestra. It was only 4 years later that he added the other two movements. Schumann's wife Clara, who was a famous pianist, played the concerto in public for the first time. The premiere took place on January 1, 1846, in Dresden. The piano concerto consists of 3 movements. The first movement is fast and energetic. The second movement is slow and sentimental. The third movement is fast and cheerful again. All 3 movements are connected and flow into each other without a break. The whole concerto lasts about 30 minutes. The first movement begins with a powerful chord from the piano. The orchestra then plays a beautiful melody. The piano answers with fast runs and expressive melodies. There are many changes between loud and quiet passages. The movement ends with a virtuoso passage for the piano. The second movement is calm and romantic. It begins with a tender melody in the strings. The piano plays a simple accompaniment. Later, the piano takes over the main melody. The music sounds like a love song. At the end of the movement, there is a gentle transition to the third movement. The third movement is lively and cheerful. It has a dance-like rhythm. The piano and the orchestra often play in alternation. There are many fast passages for the piano. The music becomes more and more exciting and ends with a brilliant conclusion. The last movement shows how virtuosic Schumann could write for the piano. Schumann's piano concerto has some special features. The 3 movements are linked together, which was unusual at the time. The piano and the orchestra work closely together, almost in a dialogue. Schumann often uses the same musical theme in different variations. The concerto is technically very demanding for the pianist. The piano concerto in A minor is one of Schumann's most important works. It shows his ability to compose for piano and orchestra. The concerto combines virtuoso piano playing with expressive orchestral music. It is often performed in concerts and is part of the standard repertoire of many pianists. The work influenced many later composers. In a performance, a concert grand piano is placed at the front of the stage. The orchestra sits behind it. The soloist plays the piano part. A conductor leads the orchestra and the soloist. The pianist must not only be technically very good, but also express the feelings of the music. The orchestra must play well with the piano. A performance of the whole concert lasts about 30 minutes.